I just recorded 30 minutes of footage on the wrong court. Hey guys, I'm Badminton Becky, an American living and playing badminton in China. Please hit the subscribe button and follow along as I talk about all things badminton and try to be a top player in my city. Okay, so in just a few days, I have a competition and it's a crazy one. It's a 3 versus 3 competition. It's a leaning inspired competition, and I thought it would be super fun. You know, nobody plays 3 versus 3. It's super dangerous for the front court person, which is, you know, most likely me. And it's not something, you know, I've ever been interested in, but it sounds fun, right? Who needs a boring old doubles competition? I want to try 3 versus 3. But setting it up was impossible. If you've watched my videos before, you know I was team captain of a team. There was 6 of us, and I made a whole video about how I had to set up that team because it was so annoying. This was 3 people. Aja can't play, so I had to find 2 other people. And I figured, how hard could that be, right? Turned out to be next to impossible. It was so frustrating. Found a guy. The next day I found a girl. I asked for their information so I could sign us up. I'm the team captain again. I don't even know how I keep getting to be team captain. Like, why do they have a foreigner as a team captain? One of them should be it, but nobody wants to. So I'm just like, okay, I'll do it. So I asked them for their information. The guy writes back to me, oh, I just found out I have to work on Saturday. I can't. So I was like, okay. So this was 2 days, no, 1 day before registration ended and 6 days before the competition. So I contacted maybe 7, 8 people. I asked my coach, he contacted more people. Nobody could, or everybody who wanted to had already signed up, and everyone that couldn't, you know, can't. So I couldn't find anybody. The organizers even contacted me and they were like, why haven't you signed up yet? And I'm like, I can't find a 3rd person. And so finally in the club group chat, my coach said, you know, who can help out these 2 players? Finally, I got a guy, and he said yes, and he's a stranger. I don't care. Literally, the same second he says yes, my other partner says, oops, I can't do it. So then I, you know, searched more and more. A friend of a friend recommended somebody else, and like finally I found this girl. I signed us up at the last minute with like literally 3 hours left in the registration, and it was very frustrating. So in a way I consider just signing up winning. But tonight we came to play, and oh boy, was it a mess. So first off, we had to explain the rules. 3 versus 3 is basically the same as doubles, except only 2 people can serve and receive a serve. The 3rd person just kind of hangs out in the back. Since we had 2 women, we were trying to figure out, like, you know, whoever serves or receives the serve goes to the front. The other woman goes to the back. So there's 1 person in the front and 2 people in the back. That was not really how it worked. I tried keeping it in mind, but the other girl, she kind of just hung out right in the middle of one of the sides. So it kind of prevented me from going in the front because she could just take 1 step and be in the front. And it kind of prevented the guy from going behind her. So we kind of were all on top of each other, all on one side of the court, and we were leaving basically the other side totally open. And it was just really, really confusing. Like, it just felt like the badminton court was so small. And we ended up more like 2 in the front, 1 in the back, which is not the proper formation and leaves us really vulnerable. So I tried, you know, explaining it again, but it wasn't working. We were just on top of each other. Look, we're all like hitting each other. We're all running into each other. It was just really frustrating that this girl kind of just stood right in the middle, blocking all of us. And sometimes she was supposed to be in the front, like if she received a serve, but she would just stand in the middle. So then I didn't know, should I go up and cover the front or what? So it was just really confusing, and I couldn't even focus on the shuttle at all. I was way too worried about where everybody was and if I was gonna run into them. This girl, she's just a really casual player. She's never done any training or anything. I mean, she definitely likes badminton a lot, and she's really nice, but she does like a side serve. She can't even do a short serve in badminton, and so she just moves very instinctually, which, you know, I tried to explain how she had to move in this, but she kind of just kept standing in the middle. When she was pushed to the back, it was actually much better. But then she would come up, but that's where I was. Literally 2 games, and we've known each other for 15 minutes, and there's already a little trauma. This is a great team. The girl doesn't like the guy because he's yelling a lot, and the guy's yelling a lot, which is not cool. So, you know. Now, the guy and I, after those terrible games, the guy and I played mixed doubles, and actually we did quite well. I mean, we did really, really well. We killed our opponents, but our opponents weren't especially high level, so, but we did play well together. We rotated well. We both knew our roles, and we stuck to it. So that was really good, but we got to figure out this 3-versus-3 thing. And now that's the guy. He's playing doubles with my coach. Let's see how he's doing. Nice. And the girl, she's playing with some other people too, so we gotta try again. Okay, wish us luck. So before we left for the night, we tried it again, and this time we started the girl standing off in the back of the court, not in the middle. So she was already like in proper position. And this actually started to work. We actually started to separate from each other, and I could stay in the front, which is my strong point. And you know, many beginner players, they're better at the back of the court because you don't have to be so precise and specific like you do in the front. So we did manage to actually figure out how to rotate properly. Then we had to figure out how to play. Sometimes we ran into each other. We did manage to win this game, even though our opponents are not very high-level players, but you know, winning it all does give confidence. So I was very hopeful of our competition in the weekend. So heading home, clearly we're probably not gonna pull off a surprise win at the competition. You know, I didn't really expect that we would anyway, you know, 3 strangers playing for the first time in a 3x3 competition. There's not a lot of pressure to win this competition anyway. But you will have to wait till next time for my next video to see how we do. But for sure, send luck. We need it.